professionals.
Mockumentaries on demand.
Yeah, so we do mockumentaries. We're going to ask you to give us a hobby or pastime that you might have outside of your work that you enjoy, that you may be passionate about. Something like knitting or crochet or one of those. It could be something that isn't thread related too. In fact, I hope it's something that's not thread related. We'll just see if what comes up from the chat. So we get a lot of these, and I say not knitting because knitting is like the first suggestion anybody ever gives you. So
I mean, I wonder.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. I see there. Do we have a suggestion coming up here?
Yeah, we've got
Taxidermy.
beekeeping,
So
fishing.
I'm gonna skip over taxidermy because that's another one that comes up a lot.
Yeah.
I heard there's beekeeping sound interesting to people.
Yeah.
Seems interesting.
Let's
Actually,
do it.
I just saw a whole thing on the BBC actually about beekeeping in like Edwardian times and
Wow.
basically, yeah, they went from a point where they were killing the bees to get to the honey when they were in like the Honey the Pooh style, just stack of comb thing, and then they designed the whole frames and everything to allow them to get to the honey without killing the bees, which I thought was quite lovely.
I mean, what I know nowadays is that we don't even need to, deliberately kill the bees. They're all dying off for some scientifically undetermined reason, and
No, I think that's.
panicking about that.
Okay. I gotta argue with that. I think the bees are. There are certainly stresses and dangers to the bees, but they're not dying off as much as people say they are. I mean, I'm not trying to say we should ignore it, but like there's still bees. There are bees all over the place.
Oh yeah, most bees are fine, just not that one highly specific species and strain of bees that we use to pollinate like 80 to 90% of our food source.
Yeah, well, it's like bananas, right? Like all bananas are clones of one plant. It kind of creeps me out.
Do I remember right that the murder hornets were trying to kill bees? Was that part of that whole thing?
No, that's a side thought of 2020. It got overshadowed by all the other fires going on.
I thought part of it, they were hurting people, but they were also endangering bee populations. I thought.
I have to say, I kind of like bees because they're a communal insect, right? So it's kind of like they're not a hive isn't like a bunch of individuals. It's like one thing, and like you can talk to that. I just love the idea of like being able to talk to the bees as a conglomerate rather than as a single.
Right. But they also have that weird hierarchy of like a queen and drones and workers.
I think that's the hierarchy. It's the queen, and then it's drones and workers. That's it. It's a very flat organization.
It is a very flat.
Okay.
So do
But
we have?
together they make a beautiful pattern in the honeycomb, and that's what I like about bees.
They do.
It
Do we have
reminds
any
me of
other?
the Borg for some reason. They're all connected and all
direct.
together all the time.
It's really, I mean, like communal insects and everything in the Borg and Star Trek was definitely directly influenced and patterned on things like communal insects until they got all slimy. Then they're just monsters. The Borg got watered down when they were no longer like insects. Well, anyway, do we have anything else? Any other questions? Any other details we want to pull out of this?
Oh, bees talk to each other by dancing and wiggling their butt.
They do. They wiggle their butt. It's adorable. Okay.
And on that note,